This is independent animator Emily Hubley, sole proprietor of Hubbub Inc. in South Orange, New Jersey.
It's pretty private work, so you check your email, you do your, you send tapes out, you chat, you make plans to go do shows or whatever. But that's just a little part of the day, and if I'm lucky, I have a day where I'm spending some time drawing, spending some time, clicking at the computer. Okay, now I'll try this. You just want to find ways to let the mysterious process of creating something come into all of it. So now I hardly plan things at all. You just need some kind of structure.
She's been making short films that are boldly idiosyncratic and diary entry intimate for over 30 years. In 2009, she premiered her first feature-length theatrical release, The Toe Tactic, which combines her signature animation style with live action. Here's a clip.
Pick a card. Can this one bear to believe? Her phantom talked about love all the time. But if love is anything, isn't it bound to protect us? If love is all, isn't it bound to betray? Can this one dare to be loved? Here goes nothing.
When the Toe Tactic started, I could never have told you what it was going to end up to be. It was a total, treat and gift to get to do that. I really wanted some pieces to be handmade, make the analog process have equal time to the digital process, because it's a different part of your brain that you use. I'm happy when I'm drawing for the most part. Clicking, sometimes not so happy. In the case of Delivery Man, which was my first film that people really saw, or, that I made right out of college, was based on a dream diary that I was keeping at the time. So it was dreams and memories related to the death of my father. But it was all written, and it was all scripted, and it was really just illustrating the essays that I wrote. But it was so much about me that I didn't fully feel comfortable just talking about myself so much. And I didn't make other autobiographical films for a while. The work that I do is very sort of personal and introspective. And it is, as I said before, it's really just sort of finding the mystery within something and trying to noodle with that. Well, we're working on these little pieces that are for a play about motherhood, and the play is divided into different segments. So there's one segment that is focusing on mothers of little kids, like toddlers and little kids. So the thing that we came up to do for this, that I came up with, is there are all these little sort of bean people, and so this is sort of the idea of the energy of kids learning how to do stuff on their own.
Emily's parents were animation pioneers John and Faith Hubley. Their short film Moonbird won them an Oscar in 1959.
You're not holding it the right way. Hold it. You're supposed to twirl it up. What? You're supposed to twirl it up. What? You're supposed to twirl it up. I can't hear you.
When we were little, they made a film with my brother's voices, Moonbird. They were very, they loved the sounds of children and the natural voices of children. So they were inspired to use that, especially then, in the 60s, most animated kids were voiced by adults pretending to be kids, and, they just thought that was awful. That, that kids sound so great on their own that you should just have the real voices of kids. So, we just went and played, and they recorded us.
John and Faith Hubley's 4 children appear in a handful of their films. They gave Emily a starring role in Cockabooty.
I can't put this dress on. Did you fall asleep, Georgia? No. Cockabooty. What did you say? That's a cockabooty. I put the cookie in my knife. The duck in there.
I grew up seeing a lot of animation, and I grew up, my parents were wonderful. They always had great artists around, and I never felt like I could draw at all. And it took me really, if I can get my years straight, it really took me at least 15 years before I even enjoyed drawing, because it was hard, and I always thought, oh, it's not good enough, and it was a real struggle for me. And I think that everyone has their sort of natural style of drawing, and, just like you have your own handwriting, you have your own sort of way that you feel comfortable drawing, and it took me a really long time to find that. Hello?
Her Cockabooty co-star is her younger sister, Georgia, a founding member of the band Yo La Tengo, who provide the soundtrack to many Hubbub productions. The sisters Hubley have a history of collaboration. They've even animated together.
The tower is just really a power struggle. We applied for a grant about, for making a film about animation torturing a painting, so that you start with a painting. We started with one of Georgia's paintings, and we just wanted the animation to just sort of do different things to it. But then the animation, then how do you do that? And so then the tower became the antagonist in the film. Set Spike is a fictional character, but you look at it, I show it to other people, and they go, oh my God, you made a love letter to your son, that it's really, it's all my real emotional truths. And so the fact that, just the biographical details could be different. That film is about motherhood and about looking back and what you didn't become or what you did become, and, we all have. The hope is that those are universal feelings.
And baby, I pray that you'll know how to spike when you're hot. And when to not.